Good morning, all of you. I am Dr. Manohar D. Mullasheri, Department of Chemistry, Fatima Mother National College, Kollam. We are going to discuss on imperfections in solids. A perfect crystal may be defined as one in which all the atoms are at rest on their correct lattice positions in the crystal structure. Such a perfect crystal can be obtained, hypothetically, only at absolute zero. At all real temperatures, crystals are imperfect. Apart from the fact that atoms are vibrating, which may be regarded as a form of defect. A number of atoms are inevitably misplaced in a real crystal. In some crystals, the number of defects present may be very small, less than 1%, as in, for example, high purity diamond or quartz crystals. In other crystals, very high defect concentrations, more than 1%, may be present. Now let's have a look at the types of defects. Various schemes have been proposed for the classification of defects, each of which have their uses and none of which is entirely satisfactory. Defects can be broadly divided into two groups. Stoichiometric defects, in which the crystal composition is unchanged on introducing the defects, and non-stoichiometric defects, which are a consequence of a change in crystal composition. Alternatively, the size and shape of the defect can be used as a basis for classification. Point defects involve only one atom or site, example vacancies or interstitials, whereas line defects, that is dislocations, are effectively point defects in two dimensions, but in the third dimension the defect is very extensive or infinite. In plane defects, the whole layers in a crystal structure can be defective. Sometimes the name extended defects is used to include all those which do not come in the category of point defects. Now we shall move on to point defects. Schottky defect. It is a stoichiometric defect in ionic crystals. It is a pair of vacant sites, an anion vacancy and a cation vacancy. To compensate for the vacancies, there should be two extra atoms at the surface of the crystal for each defect. Electrical neutrality is preserved as much as possible. Examples are sodium chloride, potassium chloride, cesium chloride, etc. Now, Frenkel defect. It is a stoichiometric defect, involves an atom displaced off its lattice site into an interstitial site that is normally empty. Examples are silver chloride, calcium fluoride, etc. The interstitial silver ion is surrounded tetrahedrally by 4 chloride ions, but also and at the same distance by 4 silver ions. Calcium fluoride, the interstitial site is occupied by fluoride anion. Electrical neutrality is preserved as much as possible. This figure shows comparison between the Schottky defect and Frenkel defect. Now let's have a look at the thermodynamics of crystal defects. Crystals are imperfect because the presence of defects up to a certain concentration leads to a reduction of free energy. Let us consider the effect on the free energy of a perfect crystal of creating a single defect, say a vacant cation site. This requires a certain amount of energy, delta H. Creation of this single defect causes a considerable increase in entropy, delta S of the crystal, because of the large number of positions which this defect can occupy. Thus, if the crystal contains 1 mole of cations, there are 10 raised to 23 possible positions for the vacancy. The entropy gained by having this choice of positions is called configurational entropy and is given by the Boltzmann formula S is equal to KLN W, where W is the probability and is proportional to 10 raised to 23. As a result of this considerable increase in entropy, the enthalpy required to form the defect initially is more than offset by the gain in entropy of the crystal. Consequently, the free energy decreases. Now consider the thermodynamics of Schottky defect. The law of mass action can be applied to Schottky and Frenkel equilibria, and the concentration of defects can be expressed as an exponential function of temperature. The Schottky equilibria in a crystal for sodium chloride can be represented by the following equation: Na plus Cl minus plus VNaS VClS gives VNa plus VCl plus Na plus S Cl minus S, where VNa, VCl represent cation and anion vacancies. VNaS, VClS represent cation and anion surface sites. Na plus and Cl minus represent normally occupied cation and anion sites. Na plus S and Cl minus S represent cation and anion surface sites respectively. The equilibrium constant for the formation of Schottky defect is represented by equation number 2, where the square brackets represent concentration of the species involved. The number of surface sites is always a constant in a crystal of constant surface area. Hence, the number of Na plus and Cl minus ions that occupy surface sites is always a constant. On the formation of Schottky defects, Na plus and Cl minus ions move out of the crystal to occupy the surface sites. But at the same time, an equal number of fresh surface sites are created. Therefore, Na plus S is equal to VSNa and Cl minus S is equal to VClS. Therefore, equation 2 can be reduced to equation 3, which can be represented as equilibrium constant K is equal to Vna into VCl divided by Na plus into Cl minus. Let n be the total number of sites of each kind. Let n be the total number of sites of each kind. Let Nb be the total number of vacancies of each kind, and hence the number of Schottky defects. The number of occupied sites of each kind is given by n minus nv, equation 4. Substitute equation 4 in equation 3 gives equation 5, which can be represented as equilibrium constant K is equal to Nv the whole square divided by n minus Nv the whole square. For small concentrations, n can be equated to n minus Nv. Therefore, Nv can be approximately represented as n into square root of equilibrium constant, equation number 6. The equilibrium constant can be expressed as an exponential function of temperature. K is proportional to exponential minus delta G by RT, equation number 7, which can also be represented as exponential minus delta H by RT into exponential delta S by RT. Since exponential delta S by R is independent of temperature, it can be considered as a constant. Therefore, the above equation can be modified as equilibrium constant K is equal to a constant into exponential minus delta H by RT. Therefore, Nb is equal to n into a constant into exponential minus delta H by 2 RT, where delta G, delta H, delta S are free energy, enthalpy and entropy changes respectively. R is the universal gas constant and T is the temperature. Thermodynamics of Frenkel defect. The Frenkel equilibria in a crystal for silver chloride can be represented as Ag++ Vi reversible gives Agi plus VAG, equation number 1, where Vi represent empty interstitial sites, Agi plus represent occupied interstitial site. Equilibrium constant for the above equilibria can be represented as equilibrium constant K is equal to Agi plus into VAG divided by Ag plus into Vi. Let n be the number of lattice sites that would be occupied in a perfect crystal and Ni be the number of occupied interstitial sites. Number of occupied interstitial sites can be equated to Agi plus, that is the occupied interstitial site. Ag plus is equal to total number of lattice sites that would be occupied in a perfect crystal minus Ni, that is the number of occupied interstitial sites, equation number 4. For most regular crystal structures, the number of available interstitial sites is simply related to the number of occupied lattice sites. For silver chloride, the value of alpha is equal to 2. In cubic closed packed structures, there are twice as many tetrahedral interstitial sites as octahedral sites. Substituting equation 3, 4, 5 and 6 in equation 2, the equilibrium constant K can be represented as Ni square divided by n minus Ni into alpha into n, which can be approximated to Ni square divided by alpha into n square, where n minus Ni can be approximated to n for small concentration of defects, equation number 7. Using the Arrhenius expression for the temperature dependence of the number of Frenkel defects can be represented as Ni is equal to n into square root of alpha into exponential minus delta G by 2 RT. That can be equated to a constant into n into exponential minus delta H by 2 RT, equation number 9. The above discussion was taken from the following reference: Solid State Chemistry and its Application, Anthony West, Introduction to Solids, Leonid V. Asaroff. Thank you all.